All right, you guys, today we are in Translation 2 course, and this is Unit 2. It is called Allies and Accessories. Allies mean verb combinations according to your book, and accessories means all the additions that happen in a sentence, okay? So let's start with talking about something called syllables. Okay, syllabication. Syllables mean مقاطع الكلمات في اللغة. Okay, so we know that a word can have one or more than one syllable. الكلمة ممكن تكون مشكلة من مقطع واحد أو من أكثر من مقطع. يعني فينا نقسم الكلمة لأكثر من مقطع. هلا as we said, syllabication means the division of words into syllables in speech or writing. Okay? In English, we have one word syllable, like the verb go. It could be two syllable, believe. شايفين كيف أخذت نفس بين believe. Okay. Three syllable, believing أو believing. Okay. Four syllables, in discretion. شايفين النفس اللي بيجي بين كل مقطع ومقطع وهلم جرى. In English, there is up to 7 syllables. Okay? So this is in brief what syllabication means and why do we need to understand this for translation? Because the word meaning can change depending on how big the word is, meaning how many syllables it has, how much we can divide it, add to it, delete from it, okay? Each time we add or delete something, something changes in this word, okay? So when we want to translate it, it will also change in the translation. So let's see next. So this is the first part, which is called syllabication, and this is approximately all you need to know. In your book, there are examples of many words where you can divide it, which I put one of each in the division so you can understand it. And in the division, you have what is called a CV, CVC, CVVC. Yani it's how words are divided. So you just check your book, and this is everything you need to know about syllabication. Why do we need it? Or why do we need to understand it? It's because words change according to the division of their syllables. If we add, if we delete words, therefore, when we translate them, they will undertake some changes. Okay? All right, so one of the most important things that we will talk about in this unit is the use of some punctuation marks. Okay? We will go into detail for each one of them, but the main ones that we will talk about are the ones that we already know: the comma, the full stop, the colon, semicolon, the hyphen. Okay, so we will go into each one of these. So a hyphen is this small dash that we use with words. When do we use it? We use it if we have compound words. شو يعني compound words? Compound words is a combination of two words together. Okay? They come together, and in the middle there is a hyphen. Why do we need to know that? Because this is a two-word, one-word system. شو يعني؟ هي كلمتين بشكلوا كلمة. Okay? So in Arabic, when you need to translate this, you need to understand the combination meaning of these two words. معنى الكلمتين المدمجتين مع بعض. Okay? And so that you know also, a hyphen is put on a word for two specific things. It is either to show that this word is a compound word, okay? These words are a compound word, and meaning that they need to come together with a hyphen, or they were introduced first as new word, and then when we became accustomed to them, شو يعني accustomed؟ يعني صارنا نستخدمهم بشكل كبير. Okay, we removed this hyphen, but it used to be there. Okay, to show us that these are new combinations. So, as we said, a hyphen is used to join compound words. Like example, hot-blooded. Okay, he is a hot-blooded person. كتير نرفوز. Okay. Some remarks. It is not systematic and is often baffling. Baffling شو يعني؟ إنه بيستغرب الواحد. What? What's this? So, yes, Sarah.
محيرة.
Yes, it's baffling. إنه what? إنه بحتار ليش أنا مش ليش مرة بحطها ليش مرة ما بحطها. Okay, مثلا زي landlord, زي paper clip, زي red hot. وحدة كلمتين ملزقة، وحدة كلمتين separate، ووحدة كلمتين فيهم hyphen. Okay, so when do I put them and when do I not put them and when do I link both words? You have to learn them by heart. Okay, you have to know that landlord is one word. خلاص. You don't need a hyphen, you don't need two words for it. Paperclip is two words. It doesn't need a hyphen. Red hot is two words that need a hyphen. You have to learn them by heart. Okay? A progression for hyphened or two-word compounds to a solid one-word form when the word becomes permanent in the next. يعني هاي red paper clip, red hot become like landlord when they become a permanent word in the dictionary of that language. Okay? قلت لكم أول شيء بلشنا كلمتين، بعدين صار في hyphen بيناتهم، بعدين لما تصير الكومبينيشن هاي من ضمن اللغة المعجمية، يعني من ضمن المعاجم في اللغة، يعني لما تفتحوا القاموس بتلاقوها فيها، بتصير كلمة واحدة. Okay? When? We don't know. Why? We don't know. This is all related to the masters of the language. أسياد اللغة، الهيئات يلي تشكل كل سنة أو كل سنتين في لغة معينة، بيجتمعوا بقرروا شو يساووا في كلمة معينة. هل بتدخل في القاموس كما هي أو بيصير عليها تعديلات؟ هل ما بندخلها بالقاموس ولكن بنحتسبها من اللغة؟ This is up to them to tell us what happens with this word at the end. Okay? So until then, we have to learn these words by heart. How do we write them? if they have hyphens, if they are two separate words, a combination of two separate words, or if they are one word. So we have in the British English, we have more hyphenation than the American English. This is well known because British English, they like to complicate their lives, while American English, they like to simplify their lives, okay? So we will always find hyphenation more in the British English. Some compounds are always hyphens in brands and dialects, like numbers, fractions, in-law compounds, like two adjoint vowels, in compound words like adjectives, زائد word, some prefixes اللي هي الكلمات اللي بتيجي قبل الكلمة ملازقة فيها, or and this is to prevent confusion. You have many words like these in page 75 to 77, like fighter bomber, there is a hyphen between them, like self-ruled, there is a hyphen between them, like father-in-law, when we say in-law compound, mother-in-law, بيناتهم كلهم في hyphen, like prefixes, ex-president, ex hyphen president. All of these, you can find them in page 75 to 77. You find lots and lots of examples for each one of them. In the division of a word at the end of the line, إذن إما منلاقي الهايفن في الكلمات بين كلمتين, أو منلاقي الهايفن لما نوصل نكتب بدنا نكتب كلمة وبنوصل آخر السطر بناء على السيلابلز يلي شفناها أول شيء. بنقطع الكلمة عند مقطع معين من الكلمة, بنحط هايفن وبننزل على السطر الثاني. This was mostly done when we used to write by hand, okay? Or when you write by hand and you don't use a computer, because a computer automatically shifts the space of the words to make the whole word, okay? ولكن when we use our hand to write, handwriting, okay, sometimes we reach the end of the paper and there is no space to write the whole word, so we use the syllabification to cut the word at the correct syllable. We put a hyphen and we continue the word in the next line, okay? So these two are when we use a hyphenation, and that's it. We do not use hyphenation in anything else, okay? A few guidelines when using hyphenation when we talk about adjective compounds. تركيب الصفات. When we talk about a noun plus adjective. Air tight. Air is a noun, tight is an adjective. Exception, air thick. This is the exception. We don't put a hyphen. We talk about adjectives plus adjective. Franco, German. صفته ماله فرنسي. والثاني شو؟ ألماني. Franco, German. Noun plus present participle. بنحط الهايفن فيه. Fact, finding. Fact is a noun. Present participle, finding. Exception, church going. We have to learn them by heart, you guys. I cannot tell you that there is a concrete rule. يعني هاي في عندكم rules هون, okay, but it's not concrete. So there are some exceptions, so we have to learn them by heart. Noun plus past participle, self, style, self is a noun, child is the past participle. Exception, airborne. Adjective plus present participle, easygoing. Easy is an adjective, going is the present participle. Exception, everlasting. Adjective or adverb plus past participle, dry cleaning. Adjective plus cleaning, past participle. Exception, widespread. Okay, so these exceptions, learn them by heart. You have some rules, try to remember them. Yani with practice, you can remember them. Now we talked about, this is the adjective. Now we have noun compound. When to use a hyphen? When we have a noun compound. يعني تركيب كلمتين أسماء مع بعض. Noun. Okay. عندنا noun plus present participle. Air conditioning. هاي noun air و conditioning present participle. Exception, brainwashing. Noun plus noun with ER. Cigar, it's a noun. Smoke is a noun and ER is the combination. Cigar, smoker. Exception, crime, reporter. So you have to learn them by heart. And you have more examples in page 77 to 78. Okay? So this is what we need to know about the hyphen when it's between compound words, whether they are adjectives, whether they are adverbs, whether they are nouns, okay? These are a few rules you need to, with their exceptions, you need to understand. Division at the end of the line. مش حكينا إنه الهايفن بيجي بين compound words أو بنحطه at the end of a line. طيب, the golden rule is word can be divided only between syllables. That's why we learned about syllables. Okay? Oh my God. لما الكلمة ما تيجي ما بتيجي. All right? So, مقاطع. نقسم الكلمة لما يكون في عندنا مقطع. Okay, whether it's the first syllable, second, the third, the seventh, it doesn't matter. المهم, we divide the word only when we have a division of syllables. Okay, so there are some simple rules when we divide at the end of the line, and this is, if we talk about one syllable word, of course, there is no division. We can't divide one syllable word. The word should be divided between pronounceable parts. Pronounceable parts يعني الكلمات الأجزاء المنطوقة. Okay? يعني مش إذا في حرف مخفي ما بينلفظ نقسم هناك. Okay? لا, نقسم عند الأحرف اللي بننطقها. The word have double consonant should be divided between the consonants. إذا الكلمة فيها T's, 2R, 2E's, نقسم بيناتهم. A word should be divided so that only one letter stand alone. إذا في عنا كلمة الديفيجن تبعيتها فيها حرف واحد, we can divide there. A word should not, it should not be divided. يعني مش لازم نحط كلمة لحالها, حرف لحاله. A word should not be divided so that only 2 letters are carried over to the next line. إذا الكلمة عم نقسمها وضل عنا بس حرفين آخر شيء, مش مفروض إنه نحط hyphen هناك. أوكي؟ زي مش مفروض نحط عند حرف واحد ضايل في الكلمة, مش مفروض نحط عند حرفين ضايلين في الكلمة. We should not divide proper names or separate titles, initials, or first name from last name. يعني مثلا إذا بدي أقول مثلا إيمان عليان for example I cannot divide أحط إيمان في سطر وعليان في سطر ثاني no way okay إيمان عليان must be in the same line I can't do Mrs. أو PhD for example P لحالها و H لحالها و D لحالها بقدرش أفصل ال PH عن ال D بقدرش أحط ال PH آخر السطر وأحط ال D في السطر اللي تحته it doesn't work okay a word with prefix or suffix should be divided between the roots and the affix مش عندنا إحنا الكلمة أحرف تيجي قبلها والsuffix أحرف بتيجي بعدها بتغير الكلمة أوكي هدول وين الأحرف الدخيلة الأحرف الزيادة سواء كانت في المقدمة أو آخر الكلمة نقدر نحط هايفن ونفصلهم عن بعض بس عند الsuffix أو عند البريفكس أوكي هاي بعض القوانين يلي بتساعدكم برضو برجع بقول وبذكر إحنا هلأ في عصر التكنولوجيا we use mostly computers so the computer automatically does these things and mostly they don't hyphen okay they elongate the sentence in order to make sure that there is no division of a word. ولكن this we are talking when you're writing something, whether it's a novel, whether it's an essay or something for you, okay? Where to hyphen is between compound names with certain rules and at the end of the line with certain rules. In order to write properly, you should know these rules. There are some exceptions, yes, but you need to learn them by heart. Okay? Capitalization, you guys, it's an easy one. We all know when to capitalize things, right? When do we capitalize, you guys? When do we use capitalization? Tell me.
In the beginning of this
First sentence, first word.
In the beginning of the sentence, yes.
First paragraph.
Where else?
The title.
Yes,
noun.
title. Yes, proper
nouns.
Nationalities.
Yeah.
Country.
Yes, nationality. Exactly.
Place well known.
Days. Yeah, days also. Months.
River.
Or months now.
Abstract noun.
Organizations.
Exactly. We use capitalization in many places. Hala. What's the difference between Arabic and English is that in Arabic we do not have capital letters, right? So it doesn't matter for us when we translate from English to Arabic, whether it's capitalized or not. However, if we translate from Arabic to English, then we need to know the rules of capitalization, okay? So always use capitalization in the following, as you all said, the first word in a sentence, the pronoun I, all proper nouns and proper adjectives, names of nationalities, races, religions, languages, organizations, business firms, institutions, government bodies, titles, the first word of a direct question, all proper nouns and proper adjectives, referring to deity اللي هن الآلهة. Okay. The first and all important. Yes, Iman. إيمان بدك تحكي شيء؟
plus manifestation of nature.
مش فاهمة.
اللي هي بعرفش المظاهر الطبيعية manifestation yes ولا لا manifestation.
مش فاهمة عليك إيمان، صوتك عم بيقطع.
أحكي لك المظاهر الطبيعية كمان I think manifestation.
المظاهر الطبيعية manifestations قصدك؟
yes manifestation of
زي
nature.
شو؟ مش فاهمة.
يعني I think يعني إنه الاحتباس والأشياء هاي in capital letter.
No. These are a small letter unless they are named. Like مثلا كاترين، إعصار كاترين. Catherine is capitalized لأنه proper name. ولكن كلمة إعصار is not.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So this is important. This is a good question. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then these are where we capitalize and we don't capitalize. Except for all of these, the others are not capitalized. Okay. One of the most easy things that we already took, I think you all took it in writing 1, right? Punctuation, you guys. You took it in writing 1 and writing 2, I guess. Yeah. So when we talk about punctuation, we talk about full stop, what is called end punctuation marks, full stop, question mark, and exclamation marks. These come at the end of a sentence. And a comma, and a semicolon or semicolon, apostrophe, question marks or inverted commas, colon and dashes, parentheses and brackets. So these are the main punctuation marks, or all of the punctuation marks that we use in writing. Bardo, why are we talking about punctuation marks? Why are we talking about capitalization in translation? Well, in Arabic, we don't care about these things. We don't have lots of these things. It's common sense that if we have a question, we put a question mark. If we have an end of a sentence, we put a full stop at the end of the sentence. Like in Arabic doesn't care about punctuation mark on the overall, okay? However, English is another matter. For English, punctuation and capitalization is very important. That's why if we are translating from English to Arabic, we don't have lots of care about all these things. But if we're translating from Arabic to English, here we need to know these rules in order to write properly in English, okay? Because translation is writing. And writing has some rules that we need to follow in order for the sentence to make sense. So we talk about end punctuation marks, and we said the end punctuation marks are punctuation marks that are put at the end of a sentence. And these are either a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Okay, full stop. Why do we use it? To end a statement, a sentence. That's it. The sentence started and ended, and we need to tell the reader that it ended. So we put a full stop at the end of the sentence. The grass is green. That's it. This is a statement. It follows an abbreviation like myth, like etc., like PM, like AM, PM. Okay. So mostly this is where we put the full stop. Question mark. When do we put a question mark? We use it, of course, at the end of a direct question. What's your name? How old are you? Where are you from? These are all questions. Not used at the end of an indirect question. We need to understand the difference between a direct question and an indirect question. In the direct question, the verb is before the subject. That's why it's a direct question. In an indirect question, the subject is before the verb, and we don't use a question mark. Like, I don't know what he wants. This is not question, it's an indirect question. That's why we don't put a question mark. If I want to make it a question, you say, don't you know what does he want? Question mark. ليش؟ لأن حطينا الفعل قبل الفاعل. Always questions have the verb before the subject. It is placed inside. Yes, Iman?
If but what in the first, but I don't know what he wants, can I can take question mark? If but what in the first.
What's your name?
La, what he don't know.
Oh, if you want to make a question of this, what does he want? This becomes a question.
Oh, okay.
What does he want becomes a question. Okay?
Yeah.
So, it could be placed inside a quotation mark. So, Mary at quotation mark. Are you coming tomorrow? Question. And we close the quotation mark. دائما تذكروا السؤال في اللغة الإنجليزية الفعل يأتي دائما قبل الفاعل. إذا أتى الفعل قبل الفاعل فهو سؤال. Okay? And the exclamation mark, when do we use it? At the end of an exclamatory sentence. What a beautiful day. I'm not asking a question. I'm not giving a statement. I'm telling you how I feel. I'm giving you an exclamation. Ah, I'm satisfied. Okay? These are feelings, these are emotions that I'm showing. So that's why I put an exclamation mark. At the end of a strong imperative. Stop it. فعل أمر. Okay? Stop it. Don't do that. Why? Because I'm giving a strong emotion there. Okay? I'm saying something with stress, with emotion, with character. That's why I'm putting an exclamation mark. So now we know when we put a full stop, when we put a question mark, and when we put an exclamation mark in English. Okay? Now the comma. The comma, we use it to take a small breath. ومنكمل شيء. Okay? تعطينا فرصة لنرتاح وإحنا عم نحكي شوي. It is used to separate items in the list. يعني I'm going to the grocery store to buy apples, comma, banana, comma, شو اسمه oranges, comma, and papaya. Okay? I'm listing things that I want to buy. So I need to put a comma after each one, except for the last. To distinguish a non-restrictive form from a restrictive relative clause. شو يعني restrictive؟ جملة أساسية ما بنقدر إنه نشيل إشي منها. Non-restrictive جملة غير مهمة بنقدر نشيلها. Okay? John, comma, who is my neighbor, comma, هلا who is my neighbor جملة اعتراضية. It's not necessary, but we put it. That's why we put it between commas. We can remove it and the first sentence doesn't change. The meaning is there. John came to visit me yesterday. It's a full sentence. It's a comprehensible sentence. هلا إذا بعطي explanation ساعتها بحط جملة اعتراضية between two commas تعطيني more information. John, who is my neighbor, جاري، إضافة، أعطيت إضافة معلومات came to visit me yesterday. Okay? After some introductory element بدي أقدم إشي. تذكروا أول وحدة كانت عم بعمل ليستا عشان هيك حطيت الكوما. هلأ بدي أقدم أكم من شغلة فبحط الكوما. After some introductory elements such as yes, comma, no, comma, oh, comma, etc. Okay? Like yes, comma, I know what you mean. Yes. هاي كانت الجواب. بدي أكمل، بدي أقدم ليش أعطيت الجواب هذا. I know what you mean. Okay? That's why I put a comma after the yes. Before and sometimes after a positive and parentheses. Example, Laura, comma, the author of this book, comma, is well respected. Okay? برضو جملة اعتراضية أعطتنا معلومات مين هي لورا. Okay, so that's why I put Laura, comma, the author of the book, comma, and تكمل الجملة. Okay, is well respected. To separate items in dates and addresses. اوكي وين الغلطة هون؟ يلا الشاطر بيقول لي وين في غلط.
I
وين
must be
الغلط؟
capital.
Yes.
It was
The I should be capitalized. Exactly. Okay. I was born on December 31st, 2000. دائما بتنحط الكوما بعد اليوم والتاريخ، اليوم وتاريخه، كما والسنة. Okay? After the salutation, تحية, of a friendly letter and after the closing, الوداع, of any letter. Dear Ahmed, كما yours truly, كما. Okay? في التحية وفي آخر الرسالة الوداع. أوكي. في أي سؤال على الكابيتاليزيشن، على ال end of sentence punctuation mark أو على الكوما you guys? I think these are things that you already know pretty well, right?
Yes, it's easy.
Okay. The semicolon or semicolon, depends how you pronounce it. Between is put between independent clauses, and this we took it in writing 1. The semicolon is only used if we have 2 independent clauses. What are independent clauses? These are sentences that stand alone, that make sense if they are separated.
يعني جمل مستقلة يعني.
Yes, exactly. جمل مستقلة. شو مال هالجملة المستقلة يا نور؟ Do you know شو الكاركترستكس تبعيتها؟
يعني بتكون لحالها.
بس شو فيها عشان تكون لحالها؟ شو لازم يكون فيها؟
فعل وفاعل.
Exactly, bravo. It has to have a subject, a main subject, and a main verb to stand alone. Okay? I'm talking about main subject and main verb. يعني الجملة السبوردينيت الاتكالية بيكون فيها subject to verb ولكن they are not the main one. Okay? طيب أو تستخدم to separate independent clauses or items in a series. Okay. تسلسل في item within the clause. كيف يعني؟ The thieves entered the house through the garage. Collected all the valuable things and put them in a sack. هيها semicolon. خلصت الجملة. Right? هون جملة كاملة متكاملة. The thieves entered the house through the garage, collected all the valuable things and put them in a sack. This is a full sentence. It's a compound sentence, but it's a full sentence. بدل ما نحط نقطة ونعمل sentence جديدة قررنا نحط semicolon. ليش؟ لأنه حكينا semicolon comes between two independent sentences. Okay? The next one, but they could not get them out because they were surprised by the police. They could not get them out because they were surprised by the police is another independent sentence. ليش عرفنا هيك؟ أصلاً لأنه عندنا كمان مع السيميكولون عندنا one of the fanboys. مين بيتذكر شو هن الفانبويز you guys؟
أنا يا دكتور.
احكي.
F for 4 وال A لا استني. يا ال A for as
For
وال N for nor وال B for but وال O for or وال شو اسمه وال Y for yet
and
وال S for so.
exactly. These are the fanboys that we put between two independent clauses with a semicolon, okay? Or a comma, depends on the sentence. If it's a compound sentence or if it's a simple sentence, okay? The apostrophe, وهون في كثير من الطلاب بيغلطوا في الapostrophe. The apostrophe is for possessive things, possession. This is mine, okay? That's why we put an apostrophe. الكلمة اللي بتيجي بعد الapostrophe بتكون عائدة على الكلمة اللي قبلها. مش زي he is. اوكي شو بنعملها اختصار؟ his. This one is not an apostrophe of possession. It is an abbreviation of the verb is. الapostrophe يلي تابعة للفعل is, are, were, okay, is not an apostrophe of possession, مش ملكية وإنما هي اختصار للفعل. Okay, so make this difference. هلا الapostrophe with s, it is used with s to form the possessive case of a singular or a plural noun not ending in s. مثلا a man's hat, يعني the hat belongs to the man. The children's book, الكتاب عائد على الأطفال. Okay? Without s, we put it also without s to form the possessive case of plurals and some singular nouns ending in s. The boys' books كتب الأولاد. الكتاب عائد على الأولاد. Charles' hat. Charles is the name of a person who is singular but ends in s. Okay? So it's طاقية Charles. in phrases like a day's rest. يوم راحة. Day is a singular one. Rest الراحة العائدة على هذا اليوم. To show that letters have been omitted. وهون الفرق بين كل اللي قبله اللي هي البوزيسيف والفعل، اختصار الفعل. Okay? They are there. It is it. Okay? So make a good difference between the possessive S or apostrophe and the apostrophe for omission. لا الاشياء اللي محذوفه. اوكي؟ عادة يعني اغلبية الاوقات هاي بتكون للفعل. اوكي؟ مش للاسم. طيب. quotation marks. Quotation marks. When do we use quotation marks, you guys?
Used to
When
show
do we use it?
exact words.
A person exact words. When take a quotation.
Which is بالعربي
لما بناخد نفس الكلام يعني
اقتباس.
اقتباس.
ننقل نفس الكلام.
شو حكى عن نفس اللهجة أي نفس
We use
الكلمة.
it to show the word الاقتباس. Yes. لما تكون الكلمة حرف بحرف احنا ماخذين. Okay? Henry said, I am sick of this. Between quotation marks. يعني أنا ما غيرت إشي في هاي الجملة. هاي الجملة قالها هنري زي ما هي بالضبط. ما صار عليها أي تعديل. To include unfamiliar technical terms. وهاي مهمة جدا في الترجمة. أوكي؟ عادة لما نترجم بيكون في مرات كتير اشياء مش مترجمة، ما إلها ترجمة اصلا. اوكي؟ او الناس لسه عم بتفتش على الترجمة. بيجي مثلا شخص مترجم بيخترع لهاي الكلمة ترجمة. اوكي؟ وبتصير ترند، بتصير تستخدم هي كترجمة لهاي الكلمة. تنحط في quotation mark. أو كلمات مش معروفة. مثلا كلمة vis-a-vis اللي هي مقارنة شيء بشيء. أوكي؟ vis-a-vis هي كلمة لاتينية أخذت من اللاتينية وانحطت في اللغة الإنجليزية. لما استخدمت أول مرة هاي الكلمة لمدة طويلة كانت تنحط between brackets لأنها كلمة تقنية، كلمة مش معروفة. أوكي؟ فانحطت between مش brackets سوري quotation mark. بعد ما صارت مشهورة وبعد ما دخلت على القاموس اللغة الإنجليزية وصار معترف فيها هاي الكلمة في اللغة الإنجليزية انزاحت الكوتيشن مارك منها وصارت تكتب vis-a-vis بدون quotation mark. So technical terms, foreign terms, jargon ذكروني شو يعني؟
special term used in a special field such as business and doctors.
Very
medicine.
nice, Sarah. Very nice. Yeah. So slang, words, names of new inventions, neologism. What does it mean?
المستحدثات أو new
Yes,
word.
كلمات مستحدثة. New words. Perfect, Sarah. You did your job. Good. Okay. So these are used with a quotation mark. Okay. And this is why is this important again? Because when we translate from Arabic to English and even sometimes into Arabic, we have to put, if we are quoting direct or if we are putting a dialogue between people, we put quotation mark. Okay? The colon and the dash. This is a colon. Okay? And this is a dash or a dash. The colon, we put it before of a list of items. زي هاي بالضبط. لما بدنا نيجي نحط item أو بدنا نيجي نعرف على إشي. The house included the following. colon. A fridge. تذكروا عم نعمل listing صح؟ شو بدنا نحط؟ comma. A stove, comma. A sink. Another comma. And a dishwasher. Full stop. ليش؟ نهاية الجملة. Between the hour and the minute in writing the time. 8:30, 8:30, we have a colon. Between volume and page number in a journal, QOU. وهون ليش مش محطوط؟ اوكي هيك القصد. اوكي 2:13. The dash, on the other hand, to mean namely in order, in other words, that is, etc. هاي المقصود فيها. The referees are authorized to prevent the friction, بنحط dash, they could have stopped the game. يعني, in other words, because they have the authorization to prevent the friction, they could have stopped the game. إذا بدنا نشيل الداش, the referees are authorized to prevent the friction because, or in other words, that is, they could have stopped the game. Okay? To indicate an abrupt break. Break مفاجئ. قطع مفاجئ. In thoughts. بكون عم بحكي إشي فجأة بقطع الحديث وبفكر بإشي تاني، بكون عم بفكر بإشي تاني بحكي إشي تاني. Okay? So, a mature man, if Ali can in fact be considered mature, could have avoided the scandal. عم بحكي إنه الشخص الناضج، على فكرة لو إنه علي كان شخص ناضج, okay, he could have prevented this. So, I'm talking and then something came up and I included something else and I went back to my original thought. Okay? So this is when we use a dash. هلا امتى بنستخدمها الداش هاي؟ بنستخدمها اكثر إشي وقت الناراتيف في الليتراتشر. اوكي؟ اذا قرأتوا كتب قبل هيك، ان شاء الله يا رب تكونوا قارئين كتب قبل هيك، في نوفلز في الليتراتشر عادة بيكون مثلا البروتاغونست عم بيحكي إشي بعدين بتلاقوه عم بيسرح في فكره بعدين بيرجع بكمل جملته. اوكي؟ هذا كله بيكون في الكتابة عشان هيك بنستخدم الداشز. قربنا ناخذ البارنثيسز and brackets. parentheses و brackets هدول يستخدموا كالتالي. parentheses to enclose incidental explanatory matter. يعني بدنا نحط شرح إضافي بنحط ب parentheses. The results of the recent election temporarily affect the stock market. between قوسين أو بين قوسين في diagram A. عم بعطيك معلومة إنه go check this diagram in order to understand what I'm saying. We use brackets to enclose explanation with quoted material. شوفوا الفرق. البارنثيسز نستخدمها عشان نعطي معلومات في جمل عادية. البراكتس نستخدمها تنعطي معلومات في اقتباس. طبعا. اوكي هذا الفرق بيناتهم. هذيك جملة عادية، البراكتس بتكون في اقتباس. اوريدي احنا حاطين الكوتيشن مارك وبدنا نعطي معلومة بقلب هاي الكوتيشن مارك بنحط between brackets. I am honored by it. هاي الاقتباس الحرف بحرف. The appointment was put into brackets because we want to make sure that people understand. This is not part of the original quotation phrase or sentence. هذا مش جزء من الاقتباس الأصلي، ولكن هذا إشي دخيل دخلناه عشان نعطي information. That's why it's put in brackets within a quoted sentence. هذا الفرق بين البارنثيسيز والبراكت. Never put a bracket, a parenthesis into a direct quotation. You put a bracket. Okay? Your book gives some examples of too much punctuation to be avoided. Separating the verb from its object. This is a no-no. Okay? Never do that. He asked, me, if he could. This is wrong. You never separate the verb from the object. لأنه إحنا حكينا الكما تنحط عشان تعطينا راحة، وبتنحط إذا بدنا نعمل listing، إذا بدنا نعمل إشي تاني، ولكن مش لنفصل جملة صحيحة، جملة كاملة. Okay? Using quotation marks before and after indirect quotation. Okay? Statement. ليش لا؟ indirect quotation بتعني إنه هاي مش الكلمات حرف بحرف زي ما حكاها الشخص، وإنما هي paraphrasing، هي إعادة صياغة للي حكاه. عشان هيك ما بنحط quotation mark لجملة لم تقتبس حرفيا من شخص آخر. Separating a subject from its predicate. ما عمرنا بنحط فاصلة أو نقطة أو whatever إذا بين الفاعل والجملة الفعلية. Okay? That he had committed the crime was obvious. جملة هاي كلها الجملة الاسمية وهاي الجملة الفعلية تبعيتها عمرنا ما بنحط لها شو اسمه فاصلة بين السبجكت والجملة الفعلية. Separating verb to be from its complement. ما عمرنا بنفصل الفعل المساعد أو فعل الكينونة be من الجملة التكميلية. Okay? What the judge wanted to know was هاي الفعل be في الماضي ما بنحط له فاصلة. How to defend and how the defendant had entered the house. This is a verb complement. The verb to be has a verb complement. Okay? تكملة لإله. Using a question mark after an indirect question. استخدام question mark بعد جملة ليست جملة استفهامية. Okay? ما عم نسأل سؤال فيها. She asked when she could visit us. ليش هاي مش سؤال؟ Because first of all, yes.
لأنه الفيرب قبل السبجكت.
الفيرب بعد السبجكت.
بعد السبجكت قصدي.
Verb بعد السبجكت. عشان هيك it's not a question. If it was a question, the verb should have been before the subject. Okay? فاهمين كل هذا الحكي؟
Yes.
واضح؟ Okay. The last few things. Yes. إيش نور؟
كل واضح.
تمام. The last thing we will talk about is, or one of the last things, paragraphing and indentation. How to write a paragraph and why to indent. هلا في اللغة العربية لما نكتب جملة أو لما نكتب فقرة بنبلش الفقرة من أول السطر، right؟ إحنا ما عمرنا بندخل في الفقرة لجوا باللغة العربية، ولكن بالإنجليزي لما بدنا نيجي نكتب فقرة أول شيء في إلها specific things، ثاني إشي دائما في اللغة الإنجليزية أول سطر من أي فقرة لازم يكون داخل شوي لجوا، بمعنى هاي فقرة السطر ببلش من هون، فقط أول سطر من الفقرة بيكون داخل هاي المسافة. Okay? This is called indentation. In paragraphing, there are basic differences between Arabic and English. The structure of the whole piece of writing is different in two languages. ممكن الفقرة الوحدة في اللغة العربية تمتد من أول الفقرة لآخرها بدون فاصلة بدون أي علامات تنقيط. باللغة الإنجليزية it's not possible. Okay? You have to write in English short sentences with punctuation mark, with capitalization as appropriate, as it should be. The way the paragraph itself is organized is different. احنا بنعرف في الإنجليزي الفقرة بالإنجليزي تحتوي على topic sentence وتحتوي على concluding sentence، وفي النص في إيش يا صبايا يلي أخذوا معاي writing؟
البادي of the language البادي of the letter.
There is the body, but what do we call the body? What do we use in the body?
details يمكن.
Yes, what is this? Remember the
here
word.
red,
Red. Reasons, examples,
and
details. Okay? This is what we use in Arabic, and it's one topic only. The paragraph in English. Okay? في نقطة واحدة بينحكى فيها. In Arabic, it's not the same. A paragraph can be run on sentence without punctuation, with more than one topic. It doesn't matter. It can go on and on and on. Okay? Only translation expert can properly deal with this problem by restructuring both the paragraphs and the whole text. To become a good text, you have to restructure. عليكم إعادة ترتيب وإعادة صياغة الباراجرافز، الفقرات في الإنجليزي إذا عم نحكي من ترجمة العربي إلى إنجليزي، وبالعكس صحيح كمان. Okay? A student of translations should simply stick to the original text and try to translate as well as he or she can. Since you are amateurs, since you are still learning about translation, keep it simple. ما تعادوا حياتكم بجمل معقدة سواء عم ترجمة بالعربي أو بالإنجليزي. Keep the sentences simple in order to keep the paragraph simple, in order to make the text simple to understand. Okay? Both in Arabic and English, new paragraphs are to be indented. ليش؟ لأنه إحنا في الجامعة وفي جامعات ثانية وفي الأكاديميك فيلد بشكل عام we use what is called the APA system or the MLA system. And these are referencing system, writing systems that are used in the academic field. Since you are students at a university, you have to work with one of them. Usually in our university, we work with the APA system. And the APA system says that whether the paragraph is in Arabic or in English, the first sentence should always be indented. داخلي لجوا. Okay? هذا بالإنجليزي. إذا بنكتب بالعربي same. إذا بلشنا من هون لهون بدنا نبلش ونترك فراغ في هاي المنطقة بالعربي. Okay? This is the new rule. مع إنه في كتاباتنا العربية القديمة واللي كنا نكتبها في المدرسة okay? ما عمرنا بلشنا غير من أول السطر باللغة العربية، ولكن في الأكاديميك you have to use the APA system، والAPA system يشرط على إنه يكون أول line من كل paragraph indented. Okay? Abstracts and prestige, and these are in academic writing. Okay, they are very important. إذا بتقرأوا مقالة طويل كتير بيكون فيها زي السمري في البداية. هاي السمري اسمها abstract. اوكي؟ هاي بتعطينا معلومة عن كل موضوع اللي عم ينحكى في هاي المقالة. اوكي؟ بدل ما تقرأوا المقالة كاملة وكبيرة تقرأوا السمري. إذا لقيتوا إنه هاي السمري is good for you, is nice, you want to read more, then you will read the full paper based on the summary. And when you write a summary, it has its own rules to write it. Okay, they don't go about it, but this you will learn it when you do your graduation project. You will learn how to write a good summary. A précis is similar to an abstract, but is usually longer. Okay? يعني إذا الابstract is 250 words, the précis could be 1 page, one and a half page. Okay? To be able to translate an abstract or précis, a translator needs very special skill. All right? Because they are difficult to translate. Because they are summary, you will have to understand the whole text in order to translate the abstract. So it requires good knowledge of the material to be translated. Yani you will have to read the whole journal, the whole text, previous training in summary and précis writing, because as I told you, these have their own rules in writing, and a high level of translation expertise. Okay, so you will not do that unless you specialize in translating abstracts and summaries at the end. When you want to become a full-fledged translator, you will have to translate these, so you will learn how to do them on your own. There are a lot of information in the internet. You will do trial and error when you translate, and translation is all about trial and error. That's why when you translate something, you don't translate it and that's it. You translate it and reread it and re-edit it and take some, put some, delete, add, shift. You do lots and lots of things, and this will come through practice. The more you, for example, if you want to translate something, open your book, you guys, take a paragraph, for example, and try to translate it. Practice translation on your books. With experience, with practice, you will become good at translation. Are there any questions regarding this unit? Unit 2.
No, thank you for your referral.
Nothing? All right. Okay, you guys, this is it for today, and I will see you, inshallah, next time. Okay?